What is the most effective way of learning? If you want to learn more about this, remember to stay to the end. Welcome back, guys. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe at www.amazinglive.co, where I share even more tips and more tutorial with you guys. Alright, let's come back to this topic. Okay, this is what I learned and I personally experienced. The only way that you can learn faster is by creating contents. Like, why do I say by creating contents? You know, in the past when I first starting out my Facebook live journey, depending on when you know me, but I started doing YouTube videos as well as Facebook live videos back in 2020 when there was a COVID outbreak. And then after that, I just treat it like a hobby, and I set a really tiny goal for myself every single day. Every single day, I only have one goal. That is to create one video per day, no matter what kind of topics. It can be based on the books that I love. It can be based on a certain topics of a certain books that I love. And I realized that was the moment that I can learn so much in a very short period of time. And I just wonder what is it happening until I actually read this book. This book is by a Japanese author and it's called The Power of Output. So one thing that is being mentioned by this book author, actually this book author have written two books. One is called The Power of Input. The other one is called The Power of Output. So I have finished the input. Now I'm actually reading The Power of Output. So it says that when you have a certain output, be it can be like recording a video, doing a podcast, writing down your journals, writing down your thoughts, doing some blog posts, writing out emails, sending out emails to your subscribers, all of these are the output. And these are the one that is going to determine, are this new information and new knowledge that you just learned is going to stick to you forever. So that's where it actually flashed back to me when I was just starting out doing the videos. I realized that I have learned so much in such a short period of time is because I forced myself that I have to produce one video per day, and that video has to be something that I just newly learned. Or it can be on the same day, or it can something that I just learned yesterday. And it is so efficient because every single time that I learn something, I shoot a video. Not only it actually reinforces my own memory, but at the very same time, I need to force myself to have a very deep understanding to actually understand the context of what I was reading before producing an output. Okay, so that's why the suggestions by the book author is that you have to have like every single time that you have been doing like input, you can have the percentage of 30% input and 70% output. So the example is pretty simple. So the book author actually asks us, if you were to study for an exam, right, would you feel like you have a higher chance of getting all answers correct by just studying the theory 100%, just study? Or you actually study and have an output at the very same time, which means you do like a tutorial exercises and questions and learn from the questions. So the answer is pretty simple, right? We must mix between like we have an input, at the same time we have some practices where we have some output. So that's why this I can't stress that enough, that we literally need to continuously producing content, and that is what I lack of in 2023. That's where I'm stepping up my game in 2024. So the second thing, when it talks about output, I know what you guys will be thinking. You know what? Oh, I do not know what to say in the video. Oh, I do not know what to write in my email to my subscribers, or not even knowing what to write in your Facebook captions or Instagram captions. That is pretty normal. So my suggestion, based on we have been rolling out the 7-day amazing video challenge, and we have trained more than 350 clients all over the world to create 7 videos in a week. If you're interested, you can check it out at www.amazingchallenge.us. So based on my experience coaching so many different clients all over the world, there is only one thing that you really need to know. Producing outputs is just like, you just think like you're talking to your children or talking to your younger self. Do not seek for perfection, because the moment that you want to make sure that you write a really awesome article so that you get a lot of likes, a lot of views, you are going to procrastinate that. because every one of us, we want to be perfect. But if you are thinking for perfection, it is going to drag you down, because in order to have a perfect video, it's going to take times to make. It's going to take you a few hours to make, right? You want to have the perfect lighting. You want to make sure you have the perfect makeup. Just like today, before I record this video, I actually procrastinate a little bit by setting up the lighting. But then after that, I was like, you know what, June, the most important is the content. It's actually going to actually start messy and become imperfect. Just go for an imperfect video, and that's how I record this video. Okay, so the more important thing is focusing on the consistency, like how frequent are you actually doing the video, doing the output. You can actually just take about 5 to 10 minutes 10 minutes per day, right? Just cross out in your calendar, block about 5 to 10 minutes per day. Be it journaling, you want to journal down your thoughts. And I've been journaling for the past 3 weeks, and I can tell it is really, really awesome. I just realized, because every single day in my journal, I have some exercises that I need to do. So there are a few important questions I'm asking myself. So the first one, it's 3 things that I'm grateful at, that I'm happy about. Okay, and I felt like these questions, although it sounds very petty, but it actually can give a very profound impact to yourself, because especially if you do journaling late at night, like before you sleep, you are entering into an alpha mode, which is close to your subconscious mind, where your subconscious mind can remember just well enough the things that keep you happy. So every day before you sleep, spend about 10 minutes time to journal down what are things that you are very grateful about for the day. All right. And another thing that you can also journal about, what are the things that you think you did well for today? Or if there is a chance to go back, right? If there is a chance to restart your day, what you wish would be different. All right. I know that it is very cliche. June, I know that journaling is good, but then I just don't have the time. If you don't have the time, you know what? What about voice clip? Voice recording? Or what about doing a podcast? Doing a podcast is so easy right now. You can just use the Podcaster by Spotify. You can just open up an app in your phone, register an account, and just speak to the podcast and record down your thoughts. And because you are having some output, and it actually reinforces your feelings within, and especially you are entering into your alpha and subconscious mind very soon before you sleep, and this thing is going to stick. You are not going to see a profound impact 1 week or 2 weeks, but when you stay consistent enough, you are going to see an impact, right? So that is what it is being discussed in the book, consistency and not seeking perfection. And also, the third thing is that pushing for daily learning. All right, daily learning, it sounds like a lot. It sounds very overwhelming. But you know what? Even by you checking out my video, I talk about this book called The Power of Output. It's already a learning for you, because maybe in the past you have not been doing journaling, right? But you somehow get convinced because you saw June's video talking to you about doing the journaling per day, and you know that you have 5 minutes per day, right? What about just recording down your own journey, journaling down your thoughts, and make sure that you learned just a tiny thing every single day. It doesn't have to be a big topic. It can be as easy as, I learned that journaling can help me, so I'm just going to do an experiment about how journaling helps me. All right, or is it true? Maybe it is not true, right? So you want to always learn and test things out. And these are the main 3 things that I actually learned from this book called The Power of Output. Unfortunately, I don't have a hardcover to show you guys because I'm reading it from the Kindle, and I'm reading it in the Mandarin version. I know that this book is actually originates from Japanese author, and they actually translate it into a Mandarin version. But I tried to find out for the English version. It seems that they have not translated into an English version yet. So that's why if you are absolutely loving what I share right now, guess what you need to do? You either start some output, it can be journaling, or if let's say you want to up level yourself, you can actually do a video, you can do a podcast. And I hope that this episode push you guys to actually start journaling and start creating content and put yourself out there. And if you're not convinced and you're so afraid of putting yourself out there, in February of 2024, we will be having a amazing video challenge, which is our signature program. In these 7 days, we are going to go through with you the daily coaching, where I'm going to coach you live in a private Facebook group, where I'm going to teach you what to say and how to say in the video. If you want to create 7 videos in a week, you definitely want to check it out at www.amazingchallenge.us. And I look forward to see you guys in the next episode then. Hope you guys loving this episode. If you do love my book review summary, please give me some comments down below because you are going to motivate me to do even more videos as such. And I look forward to see you guys in the next video then. Take care. Bye.